When you're out camping and want real utensils, you need these. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda. When you are out in the wilderness and you want to eat like you're a civilized person, well, you want real stainless steel silverware, and this is what this is. So this is something that's going to up your outdoor game. Now, this is very small and portable. So let's check them out. All right, so let's take a look at what we get here in this little box. And the cool thing about this is that it's very stylish. So maybe you're a hipster outdoorsman. You know, you want to look like an outdoorsman, but you want all the luxuries of home. Portable cutlery comes in this little tin. Looks like a giant Altoids tin. And if we open this up, what we get is a full set of silverware. So first of all, I'll show you. What we get here are the heads of the silverware. It's pretty nice, man. Kind of looks like a pewter. It's got a brushed stainless steel finish to everything. This is actually a really big spoon. This is bigger than the spoons I will use at home. Actually kind of reminds me of a pocket watch. Look how wide it is and deep it is. So you'll get a lot with it. And what we have here is some threading on this end. So it's actually a little thinner than I thought it might be, but I guess this is going to be really sleek looking. And then we get a fork here. Now this fork is just about the same size. Seems like kind of the same thickness as the forks I will use at home. I will tell you what, this feels a little lighter and thinner than the forks I will use at home, but I think for a lot of people this will be very familiar. 4 tines on there and the same little threaded connector on that end. And then the last one is a knife here. So I'd call this a little bit more than a butter knife, because even though the blade isn't super long, you know, the butter knives I think will be kind of a little bit longer, but you do have this little serrated edge right there. So you should be able to kind of saw into things. And then again, the same connector. And then what we get here, and this I believe is a straw. Now inside here is also a little telescoping brush, so we can clean this sucker too. So it's kind of nice. It comes with everything. So you can see here that once I telescope that out, it's just about as long as the straw itself. Probably 10-11 inches long. And then what we get here are the pieces, I think, to go ahead and turn these little utensil heads into actual utensils. So what's kind of interesting is this back end here is tapered, kind of like a nice fountain pen or a quill pen. And then you can see, I think that's like a brass fitting in there. So I'm going to put the thick end of this into the thick end of this. And then we'll take, like the knife, I don't think it matters which one we take, and then screw that into the end. And you can see how nicely they fit into each of these. So what we get here is a utensil that has some nice thickness up here, but is really thin here and then on the edge. I mean, this feels pretty good in the hand, and I tell you what, it's pretty big. So even if you have mitts on, gloves, those types of things, I think this is going to fit in your hand real nicely. So what you can do is take all these apart and put them back in this tin and carry them around. But if you want to be able to have a nice big spoon, serious sized fork, right? Man, that feels good in the hand. When you are on your trips, then this is what you're going to want. Pretty awesome. Little luxuries of home with you in the great outdoors. So if you want to pick this up, it's not that expensive. It's under 20 bucks. If this is going to make your camping life a little bit better, then I'd say pick it up. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever, thanks to Peter Von Panda. Peter Von Panda.
This looks more like a baby bonnet than a bucket hat.